Gentlemen, what the opposition side of the house want is we don't want what the government side of the house want. What we want is to defending the police. Right now there is a lot of police brutality, like George Floyd case, in which it is the cause of the Black Matter movement. This happened because the lack of guidance, coordination, and training in the police department. Our goal is we want to prevent the case of George Floyd from happening again and to deter this kind of situation. And to our mechanism, we will defund the police department. How? By decreasing its fund, but we will not fire or reduce the police officer weapon, but by lowering the police officer wage for the next year, ladies and gentlemen. And we will also give the police an extra training in racism and give them more coordination, and we will investigate if some certain police have this kind of record of being racist, ladies and gentlemen, and we will send that police to rehabilitation. And what we are going to do with the defund, we will allocate the budget to some other department, ladies and gentlemen, like fire, like healthcare, and so on and so forth. Now to my rebuttal, we will not. First of all, we will not. The opposition side, the government side of the house, say that if there is no police, the civilian will be harmed because the drug cartel, weapon smuggling, and so on and so forth, ladies and gentlemen. But it is not the case in our case. Why? Because we doesn't want that to happen. We doesn't want to fire the police. We just want to cut their wage, ladies and gentlemen. Because of that, people will still be safe, and this will still deter the crime, ladies and gentlemen. And they say that it is unfair for us to punish every police. I'm going to, because this is intertwined with my argument, I will explain it further there. I have two arguments. The first argument is why we must do it now, and my second argument is why is it justified. To my first argument, why we must do it now. We want to create a world divided of this police brutality, where people don't need to worry about police attacking them unnecessarily. In the status quo, brutality is a thing happened a lot recently, and this is bad because people is the one who need to give us protection, to give us safety guard, to safeguard the law. But recently, police brutality action has shown to us that this police has failed to do so. They arrest people without thinking the injury that they cause. They assault people because they are from different color, and so on and so forth, ladies and gentlemen. And this kind of situation has gone so bad that people are rallying this Black Lives Matter. They have had enough they want justice for the death of George Floyd, and they are scared and wondering if the same situation can happen to them or to someone they love. That is how bad the situation right now, ladies and gentlemen. And we believe by implementing our mechanism, we can deter the police from doing any reckless behavior. They will think twice, or they will think twice or more before doing any action that may lead to civilian being harmed. Because if they do so, not only they will get some retribution, maybe prison or community service, and so many other things, they will risk harming their other police officer, ladies and gentlemen, and it will create a situation in the police department where every police is they are warning each other not to do this, because if you do something bad to the civilian, every police officer will take accountability for that. Every police officer are being harmed because of that. Listen, because of that, we believe that the people are going to be safe in our side of the house. The civilian are not being harmed, and racist stuff will not happen, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because the police are warning each other, ladies and gentlemen, and this kind of behavior, their bad behavior, is damaging the police department reputation also. Because of that, we believe given some time and training and rehabilitation, police officer will already know what they need to do, and by the time in the future, they will gain the trust of the people again, ladies and gentlemen. And in the future, it will prevent. And if if the people trust them and the police officer doesn't harm the civilian, it will not something like the case of George Floyd will not happen again, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see in the government case of the House. They say that they will get more supervision and so on. We believe that this is not enough pressure. Like just day earlier, after Black Man Matter, a black man is being killed by a police in the presence of Black Lives Matter. The police is still not deterred by this kind of action. So we need to give them an extra burden. That's why burdening them, if they do harm to the civilian, not only them, the one that take responsibility, but everyone in the police department will explain further why is it justified. This situation won't happen in the government case of the House. It's only going to happen in our case, where we put extra pressure to the police, ladies and gentlemen. And to my justification, why is it justified? We believe that if we defund the police, it will bring no harm to them, ladies and gentlemen. And to justice, we believe, why? Because what we do is cut their wage. They will still serve the police and still safeguarding the area that they serve on, ladies and gentlemen. We believe that it is justified to cut the police wage, because if a police harm a civilian, the distrust that is going to happen, the hatred that it's going to generate is to the police department, and the whole body take a hit because of it. By cutting the wage of the whole police department, it will deter any action that may cause the harm of civilian, and we believe it is okay for the police to be cut, because we believe it still will be enough for them to survive and to buy daily need, ladies and gentlemen, because it will still only, and because this punishment is only for 1 year, so it is not forever, and so their wage is not reduced forever, ladies and gentlemen. And if we do it, yes, the police will be burdened, but the likelihood of police violence will be reduced, ladies and gentlemen. That's why it is justifiable to do so. And the wage that we cut from the police will be allocated to a department that need more help. So when we allocated the budget, the police department wage, we will allocate it to a department that need more help, like healthcare, like healthcare and like forest burning and so on and so forth, ladies and gentlemen. Because of that, we believe that it is